Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish Studios here, and welcome back to another video. And today, I'm going to be doing trailer reviews for various brand new trailers that have released this week and also a few days ago, particularly towards the end of the week, Friday, I think. Yeah, last Friday. So yeah, this week has been a massive week for family movie trailers, as every single one of these movies that I'm going to be reviewing are family movies. Not all of them are going to be positive reviews, but yeah, most of them are going to be positive. So yeah, without further ado, if you want to know which trailers I'm going to be talking about and my thoughts on them, then just keep watching. So yeah, there are overall 5 trailers, but not some of them I won't say much about, while others I may spend more time. So yeah, let's start things off with Pixar's Elio. Yep, the brand new 1 minute trailer for Elio. Well, it did feel more like an official trailer, I should say, even though it is a hell lot shorter than the first trailer. But I guess shorter doesn't mean weaker, because let me tell you right now, this trailer was a hell lot better than the teaser trailer, and it gave you more confidence for this film. Now, I will say that the first teaser trailer for Elio did get weaker the more I rewatched it, especially with the fact that it overplays in my local theaters. Like, they've been showing that Elio trailer for like every single 2020 movie, and even a few 2024 movies. So I got a trailer for a Borderlands. Yeah, I remember getting a trailer for Borderlands, and I think Argyle, but I think I got it for Argyle too. But yeah, so yeah, but this one particular cinema really seems to be obsessed with like promoting Ellie or something. But yeah, I do think that it looks very stunning, and I acknowledge it for being an original Pixar film. But I just don't really like the Earth joke. Yeah, and those aliens look absolutely annoying. So yeah, but yeah, this is not among my most anticipated. This is not one of my most anticipated movies of 2025. But I can definitely say that I am more excited for this film now, mainly because of how good this trailer was. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not a masterful trailer. It's not like, and I don't think it's gonna be another Pixar classic. It's not going to, I highly doubt it's gonna be like another Inside Out 2, just based on how good, based on just the level of masterful it is. I don't even think that this is gonna be a masterpiece, but I definitely have high hopes for this one. It is certainly among my most anticipated animated films of next year, easily in my top 5. Now, yes, I think you guys probably know that Elio has been going through some production hell, especially with the fact that it got delayed. Yeah, it was originally supposed to release in March 2024, and it was supposed to come out on the same day as the Fall Guy, which, to be honest, guys, yeah, I would have actually preferred the Fall Guy over Elio. Yeah, sure. I mean, could Elio be a masterpiece? Well, yeah, honestly. I mean, who knows? I mean, I never in a million years did I expect Elemental to be a masterpiece. I was not expecting that, but then yeah, Elemental's a masterpiece. So maybe Elio could be one of the surprises. But I mean, I'm keeping my expectations in check for this. But I'm saying is that I probably would have said that the Fall Guy would have been the better movie. Yeah. And as for Elio, yeah, this seems more like an appetizer, a small scale side project for Pixar to build up into the bigger the big movie. And I remember it's kind of like back in 2016 where Zootopia was seen as Disney's side project, and Moana was their big project. But as it turned out, Zootopia, to me, at least to me personally, Zootopia ended up being the superior movie to Moana. So maybe that would have been the case with this film. Elio would have been the refresher, and Inside Out 2 would have been the big one. But let's be real here. Inside Out 2 is clearly the superior film. Like I highly doubt Elio will even come close to Inside Out 2. But with all that said, yeah, I mean this film still like does look great. It looks very promising, especially as a small scale Pixar project. And I'm glad that they're making this a lot more original. And I gotta say, yeah, I do notice the story changes. Like they clearly have rewritten this film because notice how in the teaser trailer, Elio was mistakenly abducted by aliens. He did not want this, and when the aliens, he told them that he's the wrong guy. He wasn't the right person, and all that stuff. But in this one, in this trailer, we see that Elio actually wanted to get kidnapped by the aliens. He actually wanted to be with the aliens, and he was waiting for the aliens to come. So, and besides that, there's been major changes too. America Ferrera sadly left the project, and her role was recasted with Zoe Saldana. And also the director, Domishi stepped in as director, which is interesting because Turning Red is such a great film. I really like that Turning Red and what Domishi did. Turning Red is not perfect, but it's still a great film. I probably may review Turning Red in preparation for this film since it's from the same director. But even though I do think Turning Red will remain the better Domishi film, I still have high hopes for Elio. Like maybe it could be like a fun, charming, harmless film. I mean, I won't be shocked if it ends up being a masterpiece, especially with my history with not predicting a Pixar movie will be a masterpiece and then it turned out to be a masterpiece. Yeah, that could be the case, but I mean, the story sounds better. The animation is absolutely gorgeous, especially the alien world. The RR joke, I still can't get over how overdone it is. But I think in this trailer they made it less annoying. And and there were some funny jokes too, like this is the bathroom. A good toy humor. Take notes, Illumination. So anyways, I am excited for this one. But and one thing I should add as well, people, please pick this movie over How to Train Dragon. I beg you. Like seriously, we don't want How to Train Dragon to be sorry, I dropped something. But we don't want How to Train Dragon the remake to be another successor that will make DreamWorks create more shitty ass unnecessary live action remakes. This movie comes out on the same day as How to Train Dragon. If this movie bombs and How to Train Dragon makes all the money financially, then humanity is doomed. People. Just because How to Train Dragon is DreamWorks and Elio's at Disney does not mean you should boycott Elio and pick How to Train Dragon instead. So, I really pray, guys. I think I honestly hope that How to Train Dragon will turn out to have disappointing reviews, just like the Lion King remake. So, anyways, that's all for Elio. Is this my most anticipated movie of June 2025? No, that still goes to that still goes to Ballerina, like by far. And there are other June movies where I would say I'm more excited for them than Elio, like 28 Years Later. What else? F1 certainly, but this is certainly one of them for sure. Not one that I'm passionate about, but Okay, so now let's get into the next trailer that I'll be talking about, and that is The Bad Guys 2. The sequel to one of the most underappreciated and under-recognized DreamWorks film, The Bad Guys. Which I'm not sure if I would say I stand by my opinion on The Bad Guys being the better DreamWorks film of 2022 than Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I do think I said that in my Puss in Boots 2 review that I prefer The Bad Guys. I'm debating if I should stand with that or not. But one thing's for sure, The Bad Guys is definitely one of DreamWorks' most unique films yet. And it pretty much has the best use of the stylized animation style. Well, technically, that's the Wild Robot. My bad. Bad Guys is very creative with not only its animation but also its premise as well. the idea of bad guys, and having it parody a Quentin Tarantino movie. Yeah, and especially the opening cafe scene, giving out Pulp Fiction vibes. Yeah, that was brilliant. And so yeah, next year, yeah, DreamWorks does not look promising next year. I mean, this year's been pretty solid for DreamWorks. Sure, we got Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate and the overrated Orion and the Dark, but then we got Kung Fu Panda 4, which I still think is an overhated film. Yeah, even on rewatch, it's still pretty good. And even and of course the Wild Robot, which do I need to explain how good the Wild Robot was? But then we get next year with Dogman, which looks, I'm sorry, it looks overrated. I do not understand the hype that Dogman is getting. I'll probably make a video explaining my concerns with Dogman and why I'm not looking forward to it, and I feel the hype is over exaggerated. I will talk about it when Dogman gets the second trailer, but yeah, I'm not looking forward to Dogman. I'm especially not looking forward to that shitty How to Train Dragon remake. Y'all know why. And also Gabby's Dollhouse the movie, which is looks like it's going to be another Trolls. Yeah, literally both How to Train Dragon and Gabby's Dollhouse the movie are my top two least anticipated movies of next year. But The Bad Guys 2 is certainly the only DreamWorks film that I think looks promising next year. Do I think this movie is going to be the masterpiece that The Wild Robot is? I doubt it. I don't think I might go that far. And yeah, I do have a flaw with the trailer, which I'll get to later. But yeah, I certainly am I'm looking forward to this one. And I think that this looks better than the first Bad Guys. In fact, this could even surpass Puss in Boots 2 as the best DreamWorks sequel of the decade. Now, yes, I did not rate Puss in Boots 2 5 stars. I don't think it's like a 5 out of 5 like worthy movie. So I think that The Bad Guys 2 does have a shot at topping Puss in Boots 2 if it gets either a 4.5 or maybe 5. But I say maybe 4.5 for the most part. I don't think it's a film that I'm going to. It doesn't look like a film that I'd see as a masterpiece, and yeah, like what I said, it's not a perfect trailer, but yeah. Now, what makes this one better than the first one is that it's just how exciting the premise is. So if you guys don't know, if you guys want to know the context, the premise is basically about the bad guys already living their good lives, but then this a new criminal gang hires the bad guys and manipulates them to go back into the world of criminal to work for them. And then they realize that working for a criminal group can still make you a criminal, and it's gonna show that. And I think it's brilliant. And using an all female bad guys called bad girls. Oh man, I absolutely love that. I think the bad girls, I know the bad girls are going to be the main villains of the film. It's so obvious in the trailer, but yeah, considering that I do not like Professor Marmalade at all as a villain, I think that the bad girls could kick the crap out of Professor Marmalade in terms of villains. I'm loving this idea, and the animation looks just as creative. It looks just as fun, just as action packed. My one minor flaw with the trailer is the one thing I'm skeptical about in this film is Diane Foxington. Yeah. Now, one of my ideas for this sequel is that Diane Foxington would become a main character, and it will focus on the adventures of Mr. Wolf and Diane Foxington, while the other bad guys members just join the ride. But yeah, Diane Foxington seems like she's gonna be wasted in this because she only has one screen time. Yeah, I genuinely hope that Diane Foxington will get far more screen time in this film. But even with that minor flaw, I still think Bad Guys 2 could be great. And as far as August 2024 movies go, yeah, this is actually one of those cases where I would say that DreamWorks will kick Disney's ass because August 2024 is giving us Disney is giving us an unnecessary sequel called Freakier Friday, the sequel to Freaky Friday that it's in my top 10 least anticipated movies of the year list. So yeah, that's one thing I'll admit. And but yeah, I would say the Battle of Backlund Cross from directed by Paul Thomas Anderson and starring Leonardo DiCaprio. That could be the that is by far my most anticipated movie of August 2025. But The Bad Guys 2 is a close second. So yeah. And it's also kind of a shame that The Bad Guys 2 doesn't have the same recognition as Dogman, like the same hype. Come on, guys. Let's admit it, The Bad Guys 2 is certainly going to be superior to Dogman. Come on, where's the hype for this one? Okay, so third trailer that I'm going to be talking about is Wallace and Gromit Vengeance Most Fowl, which is a January release movie. Yeah, always I'm in for January 2025 movies. It's kind of a shame that a lot of January movies I'm hyped for got delayed, like Mickey 17, and even A Companion got delayed to August 31. So I basically have no birthday movie besides maybe Den of Thieves 2, which even though I do find that Den of Thieves 2 to be an unnecessary sequel, I'll probably give it a chance if I end up watching it on my birthday. If I end up planning to, then I'll watch it. But I am actually planning to rewatch The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Road here on my birthday. Unless if there's like a surprising January like movie before my birthday that seems interesting that I can watch for my birthday. Yeah, Sonic 3, yeah, I'll watch it earlier in January. But yeah, I mean, while we have lost like some movies that are going to be bangers in January, I still want to like January as I've been very tired of the January hate. People saying that January is factually the worst month ever. And I know maybe I'm defending January just because it's my birthday month, but honestly, I don't care. Now, as for my thoughts on the Oscar-winning Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were Rabbit, yeah, that is definitely the best Wallace and Gromit movie ever. Now, do I think it is the best animated film of 2025, like how it's unanimously agreed upon? Well, to be honest, I'm debating on which is my true favorite animated film of 2005. Curse of the Were Rabbit or Corpse Bride. It's either that. I'll probably get to it. I'll get to my answer when I review Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were Rabbit, which is going to be my first review of 2025 since Vengeance Most Foul comes out on the first week of January. Yeah, it's gonna be a great start to movies in 2025. Far better than that one. Last year's. Way better than Night Shit earlier this year. But yeah, now do I think this movie will be as good as Curse of the Were Rabbit? No. I mean, even though I'm not passionate about Curse of the Were Rabbit, I still praise it as a masterpiece. Maybe I could love it even more in rewatch, but yeah, I don't think this will be anywhere as good as Curse of the Were Rabbit. But I will say this does look like the best Wallace and Gromit movie since The Curse of the Were Rabbit. I love this premise. I love where this is going. Yet it's a crime movie, as our main characters have to deal with the penguin, which they call Vengeance Most Foul. I just call him Penguin. I don't know why, but yeah, the penguin. Yeah, he seems like a ruthless villain. I love how he's a silent villain, and he just looks like some penguin, but actually he's like pure evil. That's a great idea because looks can be deceiving, and this penguin just clearly proves it. And man, does he look absolutely threatening, especially when he gets the gnome that Wallace creates to become evil, all under his control. Even though he's like long distance from the gnome, that is brilliant right there. And it also kind of gave me Paddington 2 vibes as well, especially with that train sequence. Yeah, this movie's gonna be a blast, and it is among my top 3 most anticipated animated films of 2025 for damn sure. And yes, guys, I am calling this as a 2025 movie. Because why not? Even though, yes, I know it's releasing in some areas this year, and it already has reviews, I'll still acknowledge this as a 2025 film because, yeah. So, yeah, I'm definitely hyped for this. I would say Companion is my most anticipated movie of January, but this is definitely among my top three most anticipated movies of January. And it's gonna be one of those films that proves January is nowhere near as bad of a month as people say it is. So yeah, now we get to the one bad trailer of the bunch, the one that I am going to be ranting on, and that trailer is Lilo and Stitch, the teaser trailer for the shitty ass Lilo and Stitch live action remake. Yeah, my goodness. Yeah, this yeah, this movie looks like shit. I'm sorry, but I do not understand the hype for this. Why are people suddenly so positive on remakes now? Remember when people used to actually be critical towards these live action remakes? Oh, but at least it's not Snow White. Oh, but Frozen, you like Snow White. You're optimistic about it. Why don't you hate Snow White? I mean, here's the thing. I mean, Snow White is more live action remake worthy than this movie, and you think that you'll be able to adapt Lilo and Stitch into live action? I'm sorry, but it does not work for me. Yeah, it does not work for me at all. And this Stitch, like, good lord, he looks creepy as hell. And this digital trailer of Stitch just destroying castles like he's a giant. Oh my goodness, that is honestly so creepy. Like, that is not Stitch. Like, you can already tell that Stitch is going out of character if he's just going to be a like that monstrous. Yeah, this is by far my least anticipated movie of May 2025. Yeah, give me Thunderbolts and Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning over this one. Oh, and people, please choose to go see Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning over this heap of shit. Yeah, I am not. I am not seeing this one in theaters. I am going to watch Mission Impossible instead. Yes, and yeah, Mission Impossible better not bomb for this heap of shit. I don't care if it's from the same director of Marcel the Shell with the Shoes On. Just because it's from a good director does not mean it'll be good. I mean, I said the same thing about Mufasa the Lion King. It's being directed by someone who directed a Best Picture winner, but that does not mean it'll be good. So yeah. Okay, guys. So now I've saved the biggest trailer for last. The trailer that I know you all came to this video for, and now I'm gonna be telling you about the new trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Now, I'll address the elephant in the room first. I think this fan base is toxic. I'm sorry, but I am not a fan of this fan base. I think the way that Sonic fans are hyping up Sonic 3, it's a little bit absurd. Like, they're creating all these delusional fantasies that, Sonic 3 is going to make $1 billion at box office. Oh, it's going to dethrone Inside Out 2 as the highest grossing film of the year. Oh, it's going to be one of the highest grossing movies of all time. I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen because the Sonic movies, they are not profitable franchises. They're not Mario. So just accept the fact. Like this, you can say that, it's going to be my favorite movie of all time. Yeah, you can say that, but don't make your opinion, like your hype for the Sonic 3 look like it should be factually like the best movie ever. Just be yourself, you know. Oh, and also not to mention people like those people boycotting other movies that are releasing close to Sonic 3 just to promote hype for Sonic 3, and they can show off the egos, say stuff like, screw Lord of the Rings, the Water or Hero, screw Nosferatu. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is gonna be it's the only movie you should see. All these movies should bomb at the box office. Yeah, that's a little unfair. Seriously, I can name other December 2024 movies that I am more excited for than Sonic 3. Like, Nosferatu, A Complete Unknown, and especially War of the Rohirrim. Yeah, which, come on guys, it's animated. Why aren't you supporting an animated film? Oh, why? Because it's not for kids, it's PG-13? Oh well, your loss. Um, but yeah, now as for the trailer itself, yeah, this, now I would say, it's a step down from the first trailer. I think the first trailer is better. It's a lot darker. It's darker. It looks edgier. I like what they were doing with that first trailer. This one though, it does have the more comedic flair to it. But don't get me wrong, I'm not taking that as a problem. It's not a problem with that because this movie still looks promising either way. It's still an awesome trailer. Don't get me wrong. I just think that, yeah, like what I said, the first trailer, I just felt more hype, excited watching the first trailer than this trailer. But yeah, like yeah. First of all, yeah. Let's get out of the way. Yeah, the jokes are great as well. I think this movie, I think the jokes do like sound promising. Like especially with jokes like Detective Pikachu joke in the beginning, that reference, like the fact that they were slamming Sega, yeah, that's hilarious. Although I'm personally more of a Pokemon fan than a Sonic fan, if you ask me. But yeah, yeah. But other than that, yeah, the jokes. Oh, and also the Santa joke at the end. Yeah, that got me laughing. But even with those jokes, you can clearly feel that this movie is going to be like different from the first two. It's going to look darker and more serious, and not edgier. It's not going to be anything like the first two. It's still probably going to acknowledge itself as a family film, but it's going to have extremely dark elements as well, especially with the Princess Shadow, who is a very dark character with that dark backstory between Shadow and Maria. Oh yeah, Maria's death. Oh man, that is going to be uncomfortable to watch in a good way. Oh, and also for you Sonic fans who are saying, "Oh, I'm excited for Maria's death. I'm going to cheer at that." Don't be like in Charles Banniger fan. Don't you dare cheer at Maria's death. Like, I've seen clips of the Sonic Adventures 2 concert where they show Shadow's backstory, and guess what, guys? They cheered at Maria's death. What the fuck? Are you serious? Like, that not only is that heartless, but it's sexist as well. Like, oh, because Mary's a girl, you're gonna treat her like she sucks and she deserves to die? Yeah. I bet if Robotnik's child who got shot was a boy, you would have actually felt the feeling you're supposed to feel. And yeah, which is sad and remorse. It's a grim moment. Yeah, a death scene in general is not supposed to be a happy moment, especially to a fucking child. Like, this is actually why I do not like the Sonic fandom, because of them being heartless towards Maria's death. Like, I feel like they just hate women. Like, they just want to see women die. But yeah, anyways, back on topic. Yeah, the Shadow backstory, that is my most anticipated scene in the film. But we got some awesome scenes too. I mean, the Battle of Tokyo, oh man, that Japan scene, yeah, I cannot wait. And Shadow has a gun. Holy shit. We're about to get a gunfight in a family film. That is going to be insane right there. And the stakes of this movie feel very high. Now I know I've heard a lot of people asking a question like, oh, how come Robotnik is teaming up with Shadow all of a sudden when Sonic was going to form an alliance with him? Well, I'm very sure Robotnik is going to betray Sonic. I'm very sure he just manipulated Sonic. Because, let's be real here, did anyone think Dr. Robotnik was actually going to redeem himself? Yeah, and I actually do love how we saw more of Dr. Robotnik in this one, and his plan to conquer the world, and how he's going to end up teaming up with Shadow. Yeah, you can tell the stakes of this movie are going to be like raised in the next level. Like, Dr. Robotnik, like, controlling a a space device that legit blows up the moon. Holy shit! Now that is something that no one would would have expected in Sonic. And oh, and Keanu Reeves' voice performance, yeah, like this ends now. Yeah, that is sick. Yeah, Keanu Reeves. Now I don't think Shadow will be Keanu Reeves' best role, like what some people will say, but yeah, I think I could not have been more happier with this casting choice. And yeah, also, although yes, it's kind of a shame that they did not show Captain Rockwell, one of my probably who I think is going to be the best human character in the film. Yeah, I'm excited for her because she's played by Jessica Jones, my favorite Netflix Marvel show. Yeah, so yeah, I can't wait to see Captain Rockwell, finally a gorgeous, a hot female character in Sonic films. I know that's not the main criteria for Sonic films. Like, I just want to see some fun, major action, some a dark tone and all that stuff. I'll be fine if Captain Rockwell doesn't get much screen time because I know that's not what we're looking for. But still, I cannot wait either way. Movie's gonna be amazing. Best movie of the year? Hell no. I know it's not going. I'm not gonna go that far. But I will say that this actually looks even better than the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Yes, guys, this could dethrone Mario as the best video game movie. Now, no, video game adaptation wise, no, it's not gonna be. It's Arcane or Last of Us or Fallout. It's not gonna be like those, like not even close. But I still think it'll dethrone Mario. Although, but yeah, I mean, there are other video game movies I'm anticipating more, like A24's Death Stranding, and even the West Ball's Legend of Zelda. Yeah, I think there may be a better video game movie than this in the future, but right now, Sonic 3 is just what I'm looking forward to the most, and yeah. So that's all for my trailer reviews for Elio, The Bad Guys 2, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Fowl, Lilo Stitch, and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. What are your thoughts on these trailers, and which trailer of these would be your favorite? For me personally, I'd say Sonic 3 had the best trailer of them, but Wallace and Gromit, the Vengeance Most Foul, could maybe the best of these in quality, these 5 movies, quality-wise, if the movie actually delivers. Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my movie review on Moana 2. Bye, guys.